Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. Last time, we managed to upgrade to Minato Rex 2. Well, Minato Rex E+. The Minato that you probably see in a lot of other games, as well as a certain other game in particular. This time though, we're going to be taking care of the rest of the Gran Dell side quests before anything else, before we head off to Alcamoth. I want to be 100% prepared before anything else. First and foremost, let's talk to Cecilia over here. Hey, where are you going? Ah, good of you to come by. Mind if I ask you a spot of help? I could really use an assist right now. Tell me in greater detail. As you probably gathered, we use these ancient structures for housing. When we first arrived, they were already deserted, ruined almost beyond all hope of repair. We've been doing our best to keep things tidy, but with the march at time, the rebels start to pile up. We'd like nothing more than to clear it out, but with our numbers, we can't ship the heavy stuff. That's where you come in. No, I wasn't expecting you to drag it around by yourselves. I was hoping you could get us some hoverstone. It's a mineral with levitational properties. If we could lift the rebel using that, a few caravans would suffice. We just need hoverstone, which are found in Sealed Island, Pillar, Chrono, and Scapular Lance. Thank you. Hoverstone can commonly be found on Sealed Island, Pillar, Chrono, and in hover area, Scapular Lance. 3 pieces should be enough to make our work swift and easy. Rest assured, your issue will be tended to with haste. If any need extra helping, Nene, happy to help and support. Much appreciated, Nene. The problem will be solved in no time. So, this quest is actually pretty easy, and it's a level 70 quest. First things first, let's go to Sealed Island first. Now, as you probably already guessed, anytime you go to a new area and other areas, there are potential chances of finding a fog beast. See that air film? That was not a fog beast the first time we were here. So, unfortunately for us, if we try to engage nearby, it's going to attack us, and everything around it will attack us with it. Isn't that a coinkydink? So, yeah, by going to the side of this island, by the way, you can actually find this drop right here. You have to go up the top, so I'm going to have to go all the way up to the top in order to get to the transporter. There is an easy way to do it by just skip traveling back to the entrance of Alcamoth and just skip traveling to the portal there. It does allow you to circumvent the nonsense you have to deal with, but at the same time, I'd rather not do that. Because I don't want to waste everyone's time with just skip traveling to something else. The Lexos won't actually attack anymore, given the fact that I'm like 11 levels higher than it. Now, this one's a bit more tricky to get to. You just have to jump to it. Downside is, well, okay. That's what I was worried about. Okay, the last thing is going to be 2 things we have to go for is the actual staff pillars. Sculptural Lance is the next one, and it's pretty easy to get to. All you have to do is just circle around this way and head to the very back of it. Yes, indeed. It's just right here, as you can plainly see in sight of you. So really, not that hard. Next and last hoverstone in particular is probably the one that I am swearing to any world in the sun is easy. Pillar Null is where it is. Now you just have to go south of where you are and it will be literally right in front of you past those hawks. It's literally by the edge of this area. There is nothing too out of the ordinary of this area except for a few things. There's a jungle quagmire, which is a dang fog beast, and as you know for a fact, its range is high, and you're pretty much going to be fighting your way just to get past it. Fog beasts react the same as they do for unique monsters. So guess what you gotta do? The answer: kill the enemies and prevent yourself from getting ganged up upon to be correct. Although, I'm pretty sure I prefer the better challenge, so I'm going to actually go after this fog beast and deal with it.
No problem whatsoever.
Hello. That's odd. Fine. I'm just going to hit you first. What the? Doomhawks? What? Alright, guys, get back here. I gotta hit this Doomhawks. I don't know why it attacked me. I'm like several levels higher than this thing. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna hit it as much as possible. This is just sad. Alright, I got no choice but to throw the rock. There we go. I was hoping not to worry about the rock throwing, but I honestly had no choice. Whatever the case may be, let's just get this off. Have summon Arphon so we can actually have our defense up. And then have 2 summon bolts ready. This is pretty easy to take care of, honestly. It's not exactly much of a threat. And boop. Bye-bye. There we go. And it also gets rid of the aura around every other monster. Well, not really. It actually keeps the aura. You can get rid of it by Mind Blast, though. See? As they all got rid of the auras, you don't have to worry about them too much. However, Jungle Quablings have the same advantage as Funky Dance, and Funky Dance sucks. But this is actually an area where it has a lot of items you can drop. The last Hoverstone is literally right here. Marrow cobs are an item that you can get from this area. Back to Grand Arc we go, and as you can tell, pretty easy side quests, not all that hard, not all that difficult. I'm going to take care of most of them in this video, so this really is not that bad. You come bearing Hoverstone, I see. That'll help to clean up a lot. I don't really want to stay here forever, but it would be nice to make the place that little bit more tolerable in the meantime. For another thing, it seems to me that a good deed is left it neater than we found it, not all tumble down and direct. I'm sure the people who once lived here would hate to think that their old homes are overgrown piles of rubble too. In any case, the area should be getting a lot nicer very soon, and it's all thanks to you. I really appreciate it. I hope I was of some help. You're more than help than you realize. Have some confidence in yourself. If you say so, then I shall endeavor to do so. With that, this quest is done, and now they have Hoverstone for the area to clean up the garbage that they're running around. Poor residents would definitely be proud. Gran Dell actually has a quest for us. Ah, it's you. I'm glad you stopped by. I have something I'd run by you. As a researcher, I've been doing my part to alleviate the food shortage threatening us by developing a new food source. It'll be a complete solution, meeting the nutritional requirements of all organic beings born of Bionis. I will call it Razamite 3! See, I even have a name ready, but it was the question of the flavor profile that I found the hardest simulating my progress. Us Mac lacks a sense of taste, so it may only be natural. Ouch, that sucks having no sense of taste. But it is the last step before I can call my formula complete. If only I had access to that ethereal spice that makes any and all things into delicacies, the glutton's herb. Friends, could I persuade you to help me search for the stuff? Glutton's herb is not that hard to find. I hear that the flavor is vitally important element of food intake for organic life. Bearing that in mind, fixing the flavor profile is almost more important than the balancing of nutritional values. Hence, the glutton's herb, a plant native to this region which, when mixed in food and heated, gives its delicious flavor. But what does this delicious flavor mean exactly? It's so deeply fascinating. Rest assured, your issue will be tended to with haste. This one is not that bad either. All of these quests are pretty easy to find, all things considered. You have to go to the Old King's Testament in order to find this. Ironically enough, we can actually fight this dang cyclone Yuka if we want to. However, I would not recommend it all that much because, well, the dang leg Tokios will attack us and we're one level short of being able to ignore them. And I'd rather ignore the leg Tokios so I can actually focus primarily on the unique monster that's going to give me trouble. Because, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'd rather not have to deal with all of you. I really don't want to deal with multiple enemies at once if I can't help it. Yellow Chaos, while very useful, I don't like wasting everything on Yellow Chaos despite that fact. You know I have basically near max of yellow people. It's not going to make it be easy. There is a Fog Beast Appies around the area. That's a worry. And there's actually a Fog Beast Gogol around here as well. That unique monster in question being... We got one Glutton's Herb, by the way. The unique monster in question is actually a very high level 1, so be careful. Anyway, I'm going to kill the Appies. And it's going to attract the other Appies in the area. Whatever the case, I don't care. Let's just deal damage to this thing, because it's pretty much no-brainer how to deal with it. Appies are pretty easy to deal with, all things considered. Although they do have an advantage where they can force sleep on you. That's very rare to pull off. They'll pull off that not as often as you think. Honestly, Appies are pretty easy once you get down to the nitty-gritty. As you can tell, it's pretty easy. Just get rid of these other Appies and beat them away. Fireball Rush is obnoxious, but nothing else too bad. I think I can actually try to get away with fighting that thing now if I wanted to. Because having a near full gauge, I can get away with it. Downside, this thing has a spike, and spikes suck. And its spike is a speed down spike, agility down spike, which sucks. Anyway, it's dead. Ooh, that was close. Whatever the case, we're done with that one. Let's get this item. A Sea of Glimmer. I'm not going to need this. The Raw Appies Nectar is not needed for any quests later in the future, so don't worry about it too much. Madcapper Stopper R is actually pretty decent, but I'm not going to worry about it. The Ogre Bunya is, of course, being dangerous. And as you can tell, since it's guarding an area, you don't want to deal with it yet. Since it's actually guarding a weird area for whatever reason, it's actually in a chest. Though, I think you can just sneak past it. Yeah, you can. That's sad. Giant's Trove. This Giant Trove contains something quite important to you. This contains a Material Artistry, which is an AP up 2. Quite useful. And Aggro up 4 as well. Both are incredibly useful items if you want these. AP up is a godsend in Future Connected when you don't have exact access to anything else AP-wise. because AP up items are near impossible to find here. Last Glen Zerb, of course. Let's get the aggro up onto Nana. Did I not equip anything to Rex EX Plus? What is wrong with me? Hang on, fixing this nonsense. I gotta fix this nonsense now. Yeah, I thought I upgraded it. Oh, no, I didn't equip anything at the end of it. Now I remember I didn't equip anything afterwards. Whatever the case, this Double Plus and Double Up only serves to help Monado Cyclone, nothing else. Since I'm here, I might as well take on that dang unique monster, because it's right there. I might as well take care of it. The only downside is I'm going to be dealing with these Leg Tokios, but I might as well take them out first before anything else, because Leg Tokios are annoying. There we go. I just want to be over here when I do this. Bird up! They'll both attack you at once no matter what, so don't worry about it too much. There we go. Now we got yourself iced. Now we're going to do some bolts, Sun Bolt, and do this again. Door is annoying, but nothing else too bad about it. Alright, Spear Break. I think, there we go, it's dead. Okay, we have it ready, but I'm not going to use it given the fact that I don't need it. Especially given the fact that, well, it's not needed for these Leg Tokios, because I'd rather not waste a Union Strike on it. Let's do some bolts. There we go. Chill. And force a Ice Shield debuff. Nice. Great. We got another Affinity up. As you can tell, everyone still has Affinity, but I'd rather not do that. Alright, Cyclonic Yugia is a definite level 70 unique monster and considered a super boss of the Future Connected's game. Be careful, because this thing can hurt a lot. And because you don't have access to visions, you're essentially dealing with another thing entirely. Another downside is the fact since we don't have visions, we can't block any talent arts if we can't predict where they're going to happen. If you see one about to happen, immediately use your Union Strike and immediately stop from doing it. You can daze it if you so wish. If you see it, try to do some action. There it is. Okay, this Union Strike starts up immediately and it stops the action commands entirely. You can use Yellow Chaos to stop this attack entirely if you want to. And in fact, I'd recommend it. If you only want to stop unique monsters, they're nonsensical nonsense of, you know, essentially doing a high damaging art that you can't block with because you have no visions. But this allows you to daze it and stop its attack entirely. Which is an incredibly useful thing to pull off. And since its daze timer lasts for a while, it's not going to lose it until later. We already deal a lot of damage, plus its aggro is going to be going towards Nene without any worries. The only downside I worry about too much is the fact that you're pretty much open afterwards, considering the fact that, one, you don't have any more gauge, and usually that's the case. Kuroshiro win 8 is what I was worried about. Yep, that killed me. Thankfully, though, Shulk revived me, and I actually managed to get back up encouragement. Nene. Alright, Reflection. I'm going to have Reflection ready, just in case. Ice Breath. Ooh, no. Ice. Perfect. Okay, it's dead. Okay, I just wanted that dead. I was just worried and concerned. At least we survived that one. Fruit Sprouter is a 3-slot weapon for Kino, which is actually pretty useful. Matt Copper R, of course, we already got one of those. The Fruit Shotter, it's Splitter itself. This one in itself is actually pretty better than the one we have right now. Since it lowers its crit rate in exchange for block rate, it's quite useful if you want to have Kino be more offensive. Let's give that to Kino and have him with certain other things in case we want to use Kino for a bit. Arteal is pretty useful. We still need Heat Sink as well. There we go. Kino's done. This Ether Crystal Deposit has Topple Resist, which is okay, I guess. Topple Resist isn't exactly that good of an item, given the fact that, one, not many enemies do Topple. Whatever the case, I'm just going to get past this and be done with it. So, go to Razdam again, and we can actually finish this quest. Oh, so that's the famed Glen Zerb. Now then, let me have a look-see. As I thought, this plant contains special aromatic compounds not found in any other species known to science. If only I could transcribe the molecular structure and replicate the compound, it would lead me to... Oh, my apologies. My analytical brain has sprung into action again. Thank you very much for this, friends. With your help, I'm a step closer to finalizing my work. Once Round 3 is ready, you will be, of course, be more than welcome to try and give me your honest opinions. With this quest completed, we got a lot of money. Pretty much what you get for that one. Now, there is a side quest I want to do particularly, and it's honestly one of the one I was hoping to do immediately. But I wanted to save that for the midway point of this episode because, I'll be honest, I'd rather not do multiple of the same quests in one go. Remember the group of kids? Well, they have a quest line they have available to them. Not you, Sinelli. I need to talk to your other one, Angelica. I'd like to talk to Kino if that's okay. Well, Kino, it's your turn to shine again. I'm gonna have Nene over here. There we go. Kino. Angelica. Hey, Kino, you've helped me make so many friends, so I wanted to get us something special to bring us closer. Like a matching set of items we could all wear. Do you have any good ideas? Kino, have just a ticket. We'll make friends and Angelica and friends traditional Nabon-style friendship bracelets. Friendship bracelets? And you can make them, Kino? That's an amazing idea. I love it. For a starter, need some elastic ivy. Ivy know where to find, maybe? Elastic ivy? Right, I think my dad was using it when clearing away some rubble. He was always going off on the woods along the Thornth Way, so that's where... maybe that's where the vines grow? Good, good, must find there. We gotta find 5 lengths of elastic ivy before we can get these redwood items. Kino, go there at once. Easy item, honestly. Pretty easy. Redwood area is honestly pretty the easiest one in the area, given the fact that it's by the corner. The only downside is, of course, being the Antol that is essentially a fog beast, and I'd rather not fight it. The scatter piles aren't going to actually aggro to you because, well, we're higher enough level and there's no fog beasts of these that are around here. So we're pretty much safe to walk past these things at our leisure. Not exactly all that difficult. Okay, I almost jumped off the cliff. I've done that before where I wasn't paying attention and, ironically enough, I fell off the cliff and died for it. I've done that in Xenoblade 1. I've done it in Future Connected. I'm pretty much the type of person that will do that on occasion. I don't know why. I guess it's when I don't pay attention much. Honestly speaking, I get distracted by something on screen and it's something like, oh, something else. Oh, I died. Kino discovered mother load of elastic ivy. Here, Angelica can hold on to it for now. Ah, okay, understood. I'll be sure to keep them safe. Next is Sparkle Stones. Kino saw some stones that look somewhere near lake where Junks landed. Should be no problem bueno to find Sparkle Stones if look there. Super easy. If it's near that area, then we just need to go to Nerfa Crossroads to get there. Now, big warning. There are very high level enemies in this area, and they hurt a lot. Well, not particularly stupid high level. You have to go here at some point later in the future, but right now we're going to deal with this quest and deal with that later. This area is home to also one of the Peppero's fruit favorites, so we're going to need to grab that as well later on. Of course, being the Hods and the dang Ignas and Cromar area, unfortunately for me, I'm unfortunately going to be running into this. So, yeah, not fun. So, I'm honestly going to be letting Nene and my normal team deal with it because, honestly speaking, I'd rather not have my normal team not deal with this. So, let's do... Why am I Shulk? Wait. Why am I Shulk? Why am I Shulk? I know for a fact if I'm Melius on AI, she sucks at it. I always panic when that happens, and I realize, oh, wait, Melia sucks at AI. Not as bad as Shulk. Oh, great. That's what I was worried about. The Watcher Hode will lead the Ignas over to you, and as a result of that, you're taking heavy hits. That's a worry I hate. And since they lure them there, that's gonna suck. Mind Blast, though, will seal up all hearts in front of me. Oh, that sucks. Not exactly what I wanted. Alright, that's it. Get out of here, Igna. There we go. Okay, good. Shulk went for armor, which is insanely powerful, as well as the fact that we need that armor. Ooh, there's the top. Yes. Okay, good. That's all dead. Next, Idon Hode, of course, and there's the Watcher Hode. If you want my advice when dealing with the Watcher Hode, your best strategy is just to simply, you know, hit the Watcher Hode first and get over the lure. If you lure it, it won't actually stop it. Anything else but doing that, but it also stops it from doing any actions, and it also will stop it from doing its nonsense that it likes doing. Alright, let's do a daze, because I need days off. Enemies, of course. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Banana. What? That's my headcanon. Whatever the case, let's just deal with this. Nice. Both dead, all of them dead. Nice. There are Golugas running around the area, so be a little more cautious of that, especially when now we have to worry about other items and enemies. The Aluga and Hodes, of course, this Watcher Hode is a pain in the butt. Get your butt over here. I want to deal with you now and not have to deal with your brethren later. Deal with this one this way because it's going to lure the Ignas away and it's going to be a pain in the neck if you deal with that now. I hate these things and I never care for these things. I hated these things in normal Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, level up. And I hate them here. Pretty much what you have to deal with. Watcher Hodes are a epitome of a pain in the neck. But thankfully though we dealt with them no problem. We can climb up this way and go up to the spiral and actually see an Aluga, which is a unique monster. You're gonna have to kill it in order to get past this, so unfortunately for me, I actually have to hit it. Ironically enough, Kino's one's actually more dangerous. Whatever. Let's just deal with this unique monster. I did not mean to go for Summon Bolt there. Get over here. Okay, Ice, Earth. There. I'm going to force it into a topple because this thing's big. It can still be toppled with Charlotte Kick. There we go. Bigger edge. Nice. As you can tell, the daze buffs and everything else to topple up is insanely powerful, and it's really paying off when I do this. Okay, I don't have an elemental right now. I'm going to use another elemental. It's been agility down, and it's back up. Okay. Not exactly the most good, but it has moves that you're going to watch out for, especially Smash, which is annoying. Speed down. Alright, and then Starlight Kick again. Very good. Red Comet, which is going to be the most damage I have right now. I missed. I hate that timing. Whatever the case. I'm going to do bonus damage, but the bonus damage doesn't really all that matter when the attack doesn't make your damage anyway. As you can tell, it does draw back when it comes down to that, and it sucks, but at the same time, giving it stunned is actually way more beneficial to me. Alright, good. We got another 6 points. Wow, we're just getting a bunch of coins now. Meteor's Staff is a good weapon, and it's something I'd recommend, but downside is it has one slot, and then one slot is versus a multi-slot weapon. I am more inclined to pick the multi-slot one because Dust Staff has more slots than the other one. It also has much higher crit rate, but the downside is that Melia doesn't care for crit rate unless she's doing other arts and damage. Whatever the case, we got the last Sparkle Stones in this area. We don't have to worry about this too much. There is an area I want to jump down to, and it's probably the easiest way to get to it. Ow. Okay, we just need to go down this way. It's past these dang Noble Brogs, which aren't exactly a threat anymore, given the fact we're kind of high level now. So, really, it's all a matter of just grabbing the Sparkle Stone. And Papago's Favorite. We wanted to grab the Papago's Favorite because, primarily speaking, I want that quest done. Because I'm tired of dealing with this Papago's Favorite quest. And to be honest, it's probably going to last until I get to the end of this. So, really, it's not a matter of me just getting it done. Angelica... I forgot Kino. I forgot Kino. Whoopsie, I forgot this is Kino quest. Good job, me. I forgot it was Kino. Kino, you're back. Did you find the Sparkle Stones? Materials all gathered! Kino can do all the rest. Weave in threads, put in stones. Well, I can't wait. I hope it comes out well, Kino. Kino make friendship bracelets? Nene help out also! Friendship bracelets? A harmless name, is it? Harmless name, is it not? Yeah, totally agree. It's very caring of you, Kino. Miss Melly thinks so? Kino beaming. Okay, to work. Sister Bun, also lend wing, please. Ooh, the friendship bracelets you made are so pretty, Kino. Thanks. I love how the stones are shiny, so fancy. Doesn't even look too flashy either. It's really, that's really cool. So these are traditional Nabon friendship bracelets we've never seen before. This feels like personal growth. You're very skillful, Kino and Nene. Could I take a closer look? Sure, look, isn't it pretty? This is proof of friendship. Please be careful not to break. Hey, Angelica, did you notice? It seems like you've really come out of your shell. Huh, my shell. Oh, wow, you're right, I have. I guess I got over my shyness in the process, and all thanks to you, Kino. Kino feel also much less scared than before. Friends are an amazing resource. Huh, Angelica, since when were you shy? Since when was Kino shy? We don't have no idea. I had no idea. Wow, really? Wow. Very happy news. I'm also happy. Thanks again, Kino, my hero pawn. And with this, Kino has now managed to help them with the friendship with the friendship bracelets. These bracelets are made and now deepening their friendship with Red Rook, Amulet, Knapsack, and Anklet. All of them give muscle up, not exactly something you want for Kino. There's a quest that's only available after you complete this one, and I would like to recommend to do this quest now. The one that has this quest is Selene. Ah, Miss Melia. Is something the matter, or do you have business with me? I just got this. I was asked to please give it to Miss Melia, so here, it's for you. Huh? Some kind of message. Impossible! What is it? What is it? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've quite forgotten my manners. Thank you for delivering the note. I hereby confirm its recipient. Now, if you'd be so kind to excuse me, it seems that there's somewhere I must go to my earliest convenience. Go to Companion's Cape, the Fallen. Letter for Melia. This is a deep quest that you want to do. So, let's go to Companion's Cape. The quest is at the very tail end of it. We don't need to be Companion's Cape anymore for any sort of nonsense like that, but the quest cover is literally right here. Despite what you may think, despite it saying, oh, level 76, the level could be skewed, given the fact that, 1, I don't remember the level off the top of my head of what the enemy is, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But I'm having this party out just for the sake of, because this party isn't the best party I have. So, first things first, let's collect this collectible items what we can, as well as the item in question. As you see, there's somebody over there. This one is an ether deposit with ether defense up, which is quite useful if you want to have the ether defense. In fact, I'm going to equip that. Since we have better gems now, I can actually equip these better gems. I'll quote ether defense, perfect. This will actually help Melee survive some ether attacks. Topple resist, which is good. I'm going to give myself some RCO resist. Daze resist is also good, but I'm right now good with what I have. Let's give Shulk some topple resist, which, to be fair, is only good for certain circumstances, and Daze resist. Slip resist, I don't need anymore, but I'm going to give him a HP up back. Alright, we're good now. And as you can tell, a high lightning, and the quest giver is literally over this way. Follow down this path, and you'll find the Cloud Quizzer at Companion's Forum. As you can see, it's... Galagar. I've been expecting you. I was quite certain you would respond to my invitation, and here you are. Do not feel too pleased with yourself. I said I would spare you, but the offer was only good for one transgression. That right, Creepy Birdman ought to know when to quit. This time we smack Creepy Birdman so hard, go up and poof of feathers. I may regret asking this, but what is your goal here? I doubt you would have gone all this trouble to stage a tearly reconciliation. You are not fit to rule this new age. I beg your pardon. Though wholly commingled blood runs in your veins, complicity with the pure bloods marks you as a naught, but a filthy traitor. But not me. I will overthrow the pure blood, and the curse will pass along inside it. I am the one suited to rule the High Entia. After all this time, you're still clinging to your delusions? I will say it as many times as I would take. I will rule this brave new world. My commingled blood will be paramount. And you will be dirt beneath my shoals. Galgar, more than anything, I find you pitiable. Melia, don't underestimate him. I know, very well. Let us end it. Surprise encounter with resentful Galagar. He has Excel win first, which gives him haste buff. Galagar, of course, has Flare Slash's other moves as well. No. There we go. We stopped him from doing Flare Slash. Let's get our elemental buffs ready and also get ready for some damage. As you can tell, he's still not resistant or immune to top volt, but he has a less cooldown than the other ones. So as a result of that, be careful. Now we're back to top volt again. He didn't even get back up for a bit. He's actually almost halfway dead. That's actually pretty terribly sad, Galagar. I thought you were going to give me more effort than that. Furious Slash, of course, obnoxious, so I'm going to topple you again. No. He's not allowed to play the game, is he? I always loved bullying an enemy to pieces, and this is just showing that Galagar deserves all the bullying he deserves. Given the fact that he just is a mean person, especially given the fact that, 1, he attacked Tion. Tion did not deserve that. Take this Mind Blast to the face. Nice. Aqua Heal, of course, being a healing art, just restores his HP a little bit. Not exactly going to stop me from beating him around anymore. And not Starlight Kick. Can I please finish this off with a... No, I couldn't finish off a Union Burst. The Fallen is not completed. Galgar has fallen. Why? Why? Truth! Justice is on my side. The commingled blood was destined to rule. You need to break free from the past. How? How dare you? You are so possessed by the matter of bloodlines that you use them as the sole determinant of good and evil. Just like those purebloods who you preferred to despise once did. No, you're wrong. I'm not. I didn't. I'm nothing like them. I... Galagar, my countryman though you may be, your deeds in this land cannot be forgiven. You presume to judge me, child? Furthermore, you merit punishment, and yet I do not feel the fit to merit it out. Where is this going? The pain you suffer from your mixed blood may be the past, but the responsibility for it lay in part with the imperial family. I feel that you should be afforded some consideration and recognition of that fact. It is all over, Galgar. Mend your ways and seek a new path of light while you still have a life to live. Meme? What? Gallagher! That wretch. Was this always the end he was so destined to meet? Or was it the only end he imagined remaining open to him? Melia, it wasn't your fault. Let us away, friends. Our work is still far from over. Yeah, need everyone together to defeat Nasty King of Fog. You're right. And with that done, Galgar committed suicide just so that way he wouldn't feel like he lost. After a fierce battle, Melia and her friends witnessed Galgar's ultimate fate. You get a lot of money and a lot of experience for this quest. And as well as the Aluminum Brims, which give you access to ejectability, which isn't all that good, but it's still better than nothing. You also get a lot of experience doing this quest, as well as a lot of money. There is a few more quests I want to do. But for now, let's go and go back to Gran Dell Approach. There is a quest that is available now that's over here this way. This person is Winley. If you remember correctly, Winley was the person who wanted that necklace. Wanted that ring.
Yes.
I'm sorry to accost you, but do you know a young Andred and Mr. Quartz? I'm actually a little worried about them. I've heard that two of them departed for Zex Margara Quarry some time ago. Well, they've been going on a while now. I thought they would be back already. It's awfully presumptuous of me, I know, but it wouldn't be you be so good as to look for Andres and Cortez? Search them out in Magna Quarry. Since I lost my husband, young Ardred and Mr. Cortez as well, since I got here, well, they've been nothing but kind to me. If something happened to them, I don't know what I'd do. Rest assured, your issue will be tended to with haste. If needed any extra helping, Nene, happy to lend its support. I really should turn off that stupid debuff effect nonsense where I just have to see all the effects before I can actually pull up the quest. Honestly, I gotta do that because I don't need to see the information about nonsense like that. Anyway, the Quarry Conde is where you need to go to next. We have to get here quickly to find him because this area is quite dangerous, and I know for a fact this area is dangerous. Ironically enough, they're at both Ether Crystal deposits. Well, except for the big one, of course, but I'm gonna go with that one immediately because that one in particular is very good. Alright, let's go for the one that's closest to us, which is admittedly one on the route of the dang giant arachno, but thankfully it's not here right now. The arachno spawns is not exactly all that common, so really it's fine. Quartz, here we are.
Are you that?
Huh? It's you. Some coincidence running into you out here. Myself? Well, as you can see, I'm harvesting high ether crystals. I know you've incorporated the crystals into your weapon, but I think they can also be made for powerful armor. Aldred's got it into his head that he'll make himself a weapon, but that oaf can't see the bigger picture. To keep Lady Wayne safe, surely the key is to prioritize defensive measures, and that's exactly why I... Huh? Lady Wayne asking you to search for me? Really? Seems like my rash behavior has caused her no small amount of anguish. I'll be returning presently, must not waste no time in putting her mind at ease. With that one done, he's returned back to there. Let's go get this ether crystal deposit, because auto attack itself is decently useful. Alright, that one's done with. The next one, of course, I guess that was both auto attack self, which is kind of sad. We're not going to worry about the Director Arachnos, and honestly speaking, there's something I want to deal here, but I need to get past a lot of the enemies around this area, and I'm going to have to cut out all of that fighting, because there's no reason to show off the fighting. Let's also get another ether crystal deposit right here. Debuff Plus, and potentially this deposit actually potentially has a better one, but Debuff Plus is the best I can get. Aldred, oh, you folk! Never expected to meet you here! Me? Isn't it obvious I came to mine for high ether crystals? I heard that he let you fight back against the Fog King. Naturally, I'm getting my weapon upgraded too. It appears that Quartz has the same notion, but I expect that Brainiac wouldn't last 2 seconds in a real fight. I'm the only one who can protect Miss Swinley. Me! I'll be her sword! What? Miss Swinley was worried about me? Good heavens, how could I not see it? The thing I could be so source of her stress. I return presently. There's no need to fear, Miss Swinley. I shall be with you for Whiff Will! For Whiff. I always like talking like Aldred because it's so funny to talk like him. It's just one of my immediately like funny things I like doing. Anyway, well, I could go the normal route of just walking around the entire direction. I think I'm gonna go the other route just for the sake of showing off how bad this route is. Because it's just a dang thing over there, and looks like the other ones won't attack you unless you get too close. So really, it doesn't matter if dealing enemies. Oh no, Queen's Fury. So yeah, pretty much all you're dealing with is a lot of damage. You might get another Earth, an ankle bite. Oh no, ankle bite. Okay, go. Okay, good. Get her back out of Topple, because Topple sucks. Okay, got the Trivac from her. Wait a minute. I wonder. Hey, no. Nene. Okay, I need to stop that. Alright, I'm gonna stop you from hitting it anymore because I'm sick and tired of this. Toppled. Alright, good courage. Get back her up. Nice and good. Dazed. Perfect. Magic. Actually did a lot of damage for Union Strike. Ready. And now we can actually use a Dazed one to do damage to everything in the area. Good. Alright, character Rockbroad. Get your attack going. That cartoony zaniness of Union Strike is probably one of the best things I like about Union Strikes, although I've missed the chain attacks more often than not. There we go. Build everything around the area, and we got past them. Now the only thing left is to get past the Chromars that are in our way. Not exactly all that different, because the Chromar and Ignas are just typical enemies. I recommend going after them only because this is the easiest way you can go after them right now, and I'd recommend doing it. This party setup actually does a lot of effect, and it's sad to say, but Kino really doesn't help all that much in this Future Connected. It's mainly because of his art being closer to Charlotte than it is closer to Ricky, because Ricky just works really well as a healer and damage dealer if he has to. Because really, it's Ricky. You can't exactly go wrong with him. The problem is, Charlotte's gameplay is probably one of the worst gameplay styles in the game, bar none. The whole nonsense of healing and doing other things like that, there's no reason for a dedicated healer in Xenoblade 1. So really, it's just a matter of me just being stuck using nonsense like this. Anyway, Shulk level 75. There is another Chromar over there, as well as the fact that Watcher Hode. However, be careful, because the Watcher Hode is there, and as a result of that, you're gonna have to lure them. Lure them away, so that way the Watcher Hode doesn't actually engage you in battle, and then go after them. So that's right. I gotta get Reflection up. Perfect. Reflection causes all damage on me to go back to the enemy as well, which is actually pretty good, especially if you get hit by something powerful. Ironically enough, this can actually make an enemy suicide. It kind of makes it funnier when you think about it when you do the main story of regular Xenoblade Chronicles, that in an original game of the game, Reflection, if the enemy has an instant death attack, will instantly reflect it back, instantly kill the enemy with its Reflection because it maxes out the 9,999, and then kill the enemy bar none. It's really good to pull off. It's especially powerful when you get it off. I'd recommend it only if you're willing to pull it off. So I want to go back this way only because there is a dang ether deposit, and that ether deposit is one of the best ether deposits in Future Connected. It has the ability to drop those Topple Plus and Topple Ups, but it's one of the few ether deposits that contains another gem, which is the Haste Gem. Haste Gems are rare, and not many areas contain the Haste Gem, so as a result of that, I want to go for this one. So let's actually get rid of this Arachno Queen, because I know for a fact this thing's going to waste my time being nonsensical, and I need to get rid of it now because of the sake. Also, Mild Down's going to totally cripple this thing, and then we're going to just Starlight kick it. This is just sad. Having, like, a lot of Topple Up and Topple Plus pretty much cripples most enemies if you know what you're doing. This actually cripples a lot of unique monsters, and it really helps me a lot, especially when dealing with enemies. Especially the more unique monsters I deal with. Oh, great. I got aggro. That's not good. And why did I go for Earth? Alright, that's it. You're getting poisoned. I'm going to save the Union Strike for last, because I know for a fact that we can deal this off. As you can tell, it's broken already, and as you know correctly, that happened. Herluga's not even allowed to attack anymore. Now, we leveled up, and now we're level 75. Quite good. You want to go back here and deal with these Ravager uppercuts as well. So, let's see if this one has a haste one as well. Nice! We got one already. Nice. I really wanted one of them. Okay, now we got Topple Resist. Topple Resist is probably the worst thing you possibly can get from this thing, because, really, you're not going to find the enemies that do Topple all that often, the sole exception of being that Chromar unique monster. In fact, I'd recommend, if you run into trouble with that thing, change your equipment setup that way you have max Topple Resist, because max Topple Resist will pretty much stop you from taking Topple Resist. In fact, I think I'm going to actually do that, only because I know for a fact that this thing has Topple Resist. I probably should go to the categories as well. Unfortunately for me, I don't exactly have max Topple Resist right now, but it's good to have nonetheless. Because I have a lot of more Topple up gems, and Topple Resist 58 is actually quite useful. Alright, let's see if we have any more. I don't have exactly any more Topple Resist except for 34. Okay, this one means he has Shulk 63, and Nene has a debuff resist and Topple up. And I'll be honest, I don't really mind all that much. Let's just keep her the way she is, except for... No, actually, I think I'm fine with whatever I have with her, because really, there's no other Topple Resists left, and I don't exactly have more ways of getting the gem unless I skip trouble back here repeatedly. That's pretty much all I have to do for now. Anyway, let's deal with the Goldie Chromar and then the Lapis last, because really, we want to get rid of this thing quickly. Get these guys lured so that way you don't deal with multiple enemies at once. Why did I do that again? I did this twice. Alright, whatever the case. I'm gonna get Reflection off so we can actually block most of the damage. Alright, good. No. Shut up, you. There you go. Funny enough, though, you don't really need all three party members to be active when you use the Union Strike. It doesn't matter all that much. It just matters that you can stop them from attacking. Alright, good. Deal with all of them at once, and now they're also... When some of them are already sealed, but now this one's survived. Not exactly that bad, given the fact that Ether has pretty much a pushover at this point. I wanted to have the Union Strike ready before the fighting this thing, and combo's gonna suck. Alright, that sucks. That just sucks. There we go. Nene leveled up to 75. This is exactly what I wanted. Alright, Snuggle Blocker L. I want to be here later, but for now, I'm gonna actually deal with this now, because I really hate this unique monster. And dealing with it is a pain in the butt if I don't get rid of it now. Throw an Ether down on it. Good. Let's get the defense up. It's not moving. What? Is it broken? Okay, no, that's smashed. That's definitely smashed. No, no, no more. Alright, get that out of the way. Dazed. Perfect. Then get back out Dazed. Now let's get Mind Blast ready. Dazed again. And then you stay down for a little bit longer. Now it's Art Sealed, which means it can't do the arts for a while. No way am I letting you do any arts. Get rid of that art, because as soon as it's going to do that art, it's always going to go for Crazy Dance first. Crazy Dance and the combo for Decapitator is pretty much the mainstay of this unique monster in particular. It sucks, and you really don't want to deal with it. Now it stays, and that means it lost its ability to do that attack, which means it no longer can do it anymore, which means you can keep going with damage. Ironically enough, this thing can actually be broken if you want to get that break off. However, it's not easy. As you can tell, if it's art sealed, it's... Wait a minute. Okay. We need break. Okay, good. Get... Oh, Crazy Dance 3. That's not good. Resist it. Get out of here. Okay. Good. We got that out of the way. Get it done. Now we got the ability ready. Let's get that ready. And then throw this on. Oh, no. Nene, you did not need to go for Berserker right now. You really did not need to go for Berserker right now. Berserker really does not... Oh, no. I didn't even see the Reflection now. There we go. Okay, good. Reflection. We need that right now. Oh, Banishment. Banishment sucks. It's Pierce. Okay. Red comment. I'm killing this thing right now. I don't care anymore. This thing's about to die. Yeah, I hate this thing. This thing is probably the worst unique monster I've run into in any playthrough of Future Connected, bar none, because of its dang abilities and nonsensical moves. Get out of here. Alright. Good. Ugh, I hate that thing. Tenderheart Blocker is the next blocker up, and it's quite powerful, but it's a 2-slot weapon, which, you know me and slot weapons, I prefer the max slots. The only advantage that it has compared to the latest blocker that Nene will ever need, which means this is literally the last blocker you get. There is a 3-slot one later in the game, but this is 2-slot weapon. It's pretty good. As you can tell, it has max minimum, it has that physical defense up and physical defense up, crit rate, which is very good, and block rate is also. It doesn't matter if you want it or not. Anyway, the Giant's Trove, ironically enough, is backwards for whatever reason. I don't know why it's backwards, but let's open this Giant's Trove and contain and see what the item has. This item is in Stage Artistry, which is experience up 4. Really good. If you need to max your experience to maximize your experience in this Future Connected game, you can do it with that item. Because a lot of enemies are powerful, and you can get away with doing this. So let's first get this done and go back to where she was located. Why am I at Eternal Silence again? I did it again. If you saw the previous episode, I did it again. And switch back to daytime because she's not around right now. And she's around at any other hour, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Alright, there we go. Got her back in the area. Miss Winnie, here you go. I've heard from those two about your exploits. Thank you, truly, thank you. Young Andred and Mr. Quartz have also promised not to give me any more cause for worry, so that's nice. Both of them have been dear friends to me, and I don't think I could bear losing them as well. My husband liked to tell me, Winley, he says, I empty our homes. None of us can live by our lonesome. I hope I never have to say goodbye to anyone else ever again. Come on, to think of it, I haven't properly thanked Andred and Quartz for the ring. Maybe I could make them a care package? The quest is complete. With this quest completed, you get a lot of money for that. Not really all that matters. But it's glad nonetheless that they finally patched it up and they're finally done with that quest. So, in the meantime though, I'm actually going to try to find a quiet moment. Because, really, there's a quiet moment involved in anything. And there's 2 more quests involved that you can actually do, requiring you to have pretty much the last of it. Let's go to this one. Ooh, Ether Crystal Deposit. Ooh, actually, I'm more tempted to do the Ether Crystal Deposit. It's a Strength one as well, which is a potential chance for Strength up. Ooh, Weapon Power. Ah, dang it. I hate Weapon Power. Weapon Power sucks. Buff Time Plus. Well, Weapon Power can be useful in a vacuum. It's not exactly the best thing in the world, given the fact that it only activates the gem's mounted activation rates. When a gem has an activation rate, it depends on the gem it has. First things first, let's get rid of Topple Up, because really, Topple Plus, because really, he prefers haste. And then let's get Topple Plus off of him, because Topple Up is literally the only thing he needs for this damage output, because, let's face it, Shulk can be doing more damage if an enemy is toppled once Nene pulls off the topple. And really, that's just a matter of getting the damage off. The last 2 quests I want to do require me to basically have to deal with this quest in particular. Let's switch around to Shulk, because Shulk's the leader of this quest line. This is Mekrezes. Yes, it's a weird name. Welcome. So let's talk to this Machina. You are Ahams, Ahantia, and Nopon, the perfect specimens. Uh-oh. No. Don't mind me. Please pretend you didn't hear that. I refuse. We're sorry to disturb you. What are you doing out here anyway? Nothing suspicious. You have my word. Please, don't start suspecting me. As you can see, I'm a Machina. After arriving on the Bionis' shoulder, I was stunned by the level of biodiversity here. From there, I decided to study the local monsters and came here to take photos of some of the species. Photos, huh? Wow, I haven't seen any since those I was at Dumband's house. Which monsters did you come to photograph? Dinos and Alukas. But there's a problem. Whenever I face one of the beasts, my legs start shaking. You guys look pretty strong, so I bet you wouldn't know how that feels. Oh, hey, do you know how to use a camera? A camera? Well, I've never actually used one properly, but I've tinkered with them a bit. Right. Well, if that's the case, it's probably safe to say that you could learn. Sure, I understand how it works, theoretically, so I should be able to figure out the handling. Great, then I hope you won't think of it too forward, but would you mind taking the monster's photos in my place? I'm not convinced I'll be able to take very good pictures, though. That's alright, the camera will respond to your desires and do the lion's share of the work. Get these ones and get replica hood and replica jacket for this. Okay, in that case, you'll be needing this. Record camera. What I'm after is photos of 2 species of the monsters, the Glow Dinos and the Dosia Luca. For the Dinos, I'd really like you to get a nice shot. The critter itself should live somewhere nearby. As for the Luca, a daytime shot would be the best. They live up in the slope towards the purifying falls that Shoulderstone Scree. No problem, leave it to me. Not exactly that hard of a quest. It's honestly pretty easy, all things considered. You don't want to accidentally fight them, though. The big worry about this quest is the fact that you could accidentally fight them, and if as a result of that, the picture is ruined unless you travel back and forth and back and forth. You need to also have Shulk in the lead for this quest. It's pretty much a quest that requires you to have Shulk no matter what. Because Shulk is the leader, we have to do this quest. There is one more quest line that I want to do before we end this off on a quiet moment, and then we'll just end it off. Because, realistically speaking, I don't like making these too long, but I like to get all the dang side quests in Gran Dell and every area around here done. Anyway, we found the Aluka in question, because Shulk's about to be surprised by it by now. Found you. Would this angle be good? Well, that should do it. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Like how he says the first one, technically. He says that every time you do that photo of Dozier-Luca, you can actually fight it if you so wish. Dozier-Luca is not exactly nothing you need to fight. It's level 70 though, so I'd recommend it only if you want to get extra experience. The best idea to go to that area in question, by the way, to get, you know, the last one, the Dinos, at nighttime is better off to go in the Quadra, because otherwise you're walking a distance, and walking around it sucks. And there's also somebody here, which is odd when you think about it. Actually, no, that's not there. It's actually upstairs. Physically speaking, don't go upstairs there, so really, it's fine. Dinosaurus is not exactly a threat anymore. Spike defense gems are good, only for the defense that you get from the spikes. Recovery up, though, very good. The dinos that you're looking for, by the way, for this quest in particular, is actually located south of here and going straight east. Going there, as you can see, it's on the map. The blue dinos is level 72. Be careful if you don't get encountered by it. The quest actually stops itself whenever you get too close, so really, the quest will stop you. No matter what, don't worry about it too much, and you'll be good. There it is. I have to be careful not to rile it up. Let's hope the shot comes out. You know, realistically speaking, if an animal heard a flash, then it would immediately bolt against you. I'm not lying, by the way. That's how animals usually react to any camera flash. They react poorly to it, especially if a flash camera. That sucks. Anyway, Adventurers, I risked my life for these photos. Thank you so much. They're wonderful photos. I'm impressed. I'll be a great asset to our ongoing survey of the Bino's shoulder. I'm glad everything worked out. I've been unsure whether to say this next part, but I think if I didn't, I'd never forgive myself, so here it goes. Please let me study yourselves too someday. Donate your bodies to science. It would be good for a good cause. I think the best option for that is to run. Let's just say by our photo quest, the better. I love that dialogue nonsense that the game has to pull off on you. I love it. Because, honestly, I just love the bitty dialogue that you can possibly talk about. And we have a lot of arts coins, and to be honest, I'm surprised we have this many. So let's actually use these arts coins at our leisure at the arts manual shop that moved over here. Edge, Sacred Edge, and then Battle Soul, which I'm going to equip. Not really equip, but just have it. Alright, we have that. I don't need anything else for that one. Let's go to Nene. Bird Sling. Lariat. And then finally, Berserker. I think I'm going to actually de-equip Berserker because it's not been helping me much. Farewell now. So, really, Berserker's been... There we go. All the arts are upgraded. I don't want to have Berserker or Nene because, as you saw several times, she does go for it, but at the same time, it causes her to be literally wide open for battle damage. So, really, I think I'm just going to get rid of it because it's not been helping me all that much. You're better off having Nene with damage arts anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So I think I'm going to go with Hammer Beat, just because that way she has more aggro effects, and that's pretty much it. As much as you can tell, I'm not going for the Bone Upper Shiva Shabbat nonsense, because, really, you don't need it that much. Because Bone Upper, the Die Shabbat nonsense, only helps in certain degrees. So let's get Armor maximized, so I can actually have Armor fully prepared for this. Let's get these out of the way, and then let's go for Stream Edge, that increases the break the length. There we go, and breaks this one, and then we're good. Actually, Melia has her own ones that she can upgrade right now. I'm going to upgrade the Earth and Ice. And that's all I can do for that one. Yeah, Melia unfortunately has downsides because she has way more arts that cost more points. Best idea, though, if you want to do that, please put the AP up on her. She benefits the most out of this. However, downside is, as you can plainly tell, the Sage Artistry, the AP up Mastery, unfortunately has the downside of being less defensive. So, really, it's just a matter of if you want to be less defensive or not. Ironically enough, the L style, which is the last style you get, is the one you get that actually changes your outfit. I'm going to actually switch to that one in particular, because I like 3 a bit more than you think. Now, I don't believe I got the 3 on the other one. Technically speaking, actually, no, I got L on everything. L is the last series that you get from this, so really, it's a matter of what you get it. As a matter of fact, it makes her look more goldish, I guess, but I don't mind the style all that much because really, I like any style that Melia's in because Melia's Melia. The last Minato style, though, I don't like the green. The last Minato style is green is something I really don't care for. As you can tell, the green style just doesn't look good. As you can tell, it just looks bad. It's just not that good. But as you can tell, Mama Recla X EX Plus is really powerful. Arch Manual Shop, I think I'm going to go for the last quiet moments, and then we're going to stop. Because honestly speaking, well, there is that quest there. That's the last one. It requires me to have a Nopon. And I'm going to be doing Nopon Prospectors last. So really, it doesn't matter for me anymore. Anyway, so really, I'll cut ahead to a quiet moment. Be right back. So, the last quiet moment I want to do is the last one that requires me to have Melia in the party. So, realistically speaking, we're going to do that one anyway because, really, it's a matter of just me doing it for the sake of, because, well, this episode was mostly about Galgard and Hyantia. And, really, Galgard ended the way he did because of him having the same mental ideology as the Hyantia who Bloods, who, ironically enough, acted the same way, except he's just doing it for about being a halfling. But whatever the case, I'm going to do this in daytime just for the sake of having it daytime. And let's do this quiet moment here. Light and Shadow requires Melia and Tyrea. Let's do this.
Tyrea, do you perchance remember the day that we two first met?
I was wondering what you'd come out with. You finally decided to settle some past grudges, have you?
Not at all. I just found it quite moving. Though we crossed blades, contended for our very lives, here we are standing shoulder to shoulder, gazing out at our shared ancestral home.
Quite. Getting over all that was a minor miracle. If someone told me a year ago that we'd be doing this, I'd have carved out their spleen for suggesting it.
Tyrea, about what I said to you before.
Yes?
Are your doubts allayed?
Perhaps. Not all of them. However, my answer to the question you posed is more or less ready.
Tell me then.
Melia, you are the last Hyantia of Imperial blood.
Well, yes, that is true. Although, are you not also?
Quiet. You must continue the line. You and none other. You are the light, Melia. You must lead us. Gather our people under your banner. I don't think I ought to be there for that.
Why, Tyrea? What leads you to say such a thing?
The fact is, I was an Inquisitor of the Bionite Order, my very existence prescribed by law. You know what role the Order played in the Imperial family's history. I hardly need to remind you.
Tyrea.
Understand. I regret none of the deeds I did for you, Maya. But even so, all that I have done in that life lingers on inside me, a burden I can't escape. All I do is cast a deep shadow on your radiance. As the Imperial line rises to greet a new age, I would contribute nothing. I'd be a hindrance.
How can you hate your own self that much? If that is the answer you wish to give me, then it would be wrong for me to speak out against it. But I will say this, Tyrea. Imperial blood yet runs in your veins too, as does the mixed blood of Ahoms. We are no different. How could we be?
At this point, it doesn't mean a damn thing.
You're wrong.
Stop talking. I told you not to get your hopes up.
Can it really be your intention to keep blaming yourself? Why? Why won't you turn your eyes to the future? Is this what your mother would have wanted?
How dare you? You didn't know, Mayor. You didn't know my mother.
Meh! Two of you, stop flaptraps!
Nene, what are you doing here?
That question very irregardable. Nene simply observes sneaky-like from hiding. Miss Tyrea, Miss Melia, Sister-pon fight is counterproductive.
What?
It's better to hug and make up blinkety-snap. If not, Mama-pon, roll up sleeves, then everyone's sorry.
Quit this clowning! We are not...
Incidentally, Nene is older Sister-pon, so even in fight with Kino, always make up swifty quick. But it's not because Mama-pon scare into submission, okay? Actually, it's what Nene like to call mature attitude. Ugh, just thinking about make old scars and Nene itchy. But anyway, bottom line is fighting is bad. So, now is when please to hug and make up. Go on, say, sorry, Sister-pon.
What is this thing going on about?
Mother, huh? If your mother... If Yumea were here now, looking at us like this, I wonder what she would say.
Hey, don't tell me you're taking it seriously. It's spouting nonsense.
Not it! Nene's not thing! Nene's Nene!
What point is there in talking about it now? There's no way for us to know. She's dead and gone.
My apologies, Tyrea. I know you put great faith in her. So I just thought... But it's as you say. I'll admit, I never understood your mother's mind. Even at the very end.
Yumea's devotion to the Bionite Order was how she honored the Imperial line. And also, how she channeled her woe over our ultimate fate. Her spirit contained no falsehood.
I see.
Due to the loftiness of her faith, Yumea could be very severe towards both me and herself. I'm sure if she could see me now... Attending at Yumea's side, serving her unto exhaustion was my whole life. Yumea's desires were mine as well. What's more, the blood that flows in me is in essence
Tyrea?
Yumea's blood and her will. Are they really doomed to just cease to be? Would Yumea really? Would Mother simply allow this?
Hey, whatever has got into you?
Melia, if Yumea were here, if she saw me, saw us two, here's how she'd rebuke us. If you wish a future for the High Entia, you must do whatever is in your power.
Huh?
Changing one's way of life means negating your past self. I tried to change myself, and the path I walked until then, I disavowed. The precious path I had walked as Yumea's loyal retainer. Let me be me then. The Empress's your shadow, and I'll do what's in my power.
So then, you will not change your ways, but still walk alongside me. Is that correct?
Yumea, Mother, kept me by her side for that purpose. She already showed me the road that I should take. I think I'd like to repay her by putting her will into action. For her, and for the future of the High Entia.
I see. So that's the answer you have chosen. I'm glad that is your decision, Tyrea.
You may be a fitting vessel to inherit the throne, but as a politician, you'll be much too soft for your own good. If you got blinded by pretty ideals and came to ruin, I could never face my mother.
No, I'd never be so...
Let's face it, you'll need someone to rein you in when you get too blinkered.
Frankly, I find the suggestion somewhat offensive. All right. But in that case, I must make a pronouncement too. I, Melia Antiqua, Empress of the High Entia, by my name do solemnly decree. Be thou guardian, for our subjects and the race entire, act the mistress of unseen shadows, and pledge thy very life to this throne. Swear your might, to my bidding, Tyrea.
I accept. I will honor this commission, Your Majesty.
Miss Tyrea, Nene very proud. Managed to apologize very beautiful. Major sister bomb vibes.
Who are you calling sisters? And I'll have you know, I've nothing to apologize for.
Ma'am? But Miss Tyrea just did proper big bad to Miss Melia, no?
You little... Are you actively trying to insult me?
Ma'am? But Bao have plenty sorry feel. It's just like when Dadapon make apologizes to Mamapon.
Whatever. I'm too old for this.
The future is within our grasp, sister mine.
Honestly, I'm glad they buried the hatchet finally. And honestly, I'm pretty glad that they finally managed to make up in a way that makes sense for both characters. Tyrea, you can't change a person to a great degree and expect the path to completely change for a new future, because it does destroy your past self. However, I think I'm going to end this off right here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, we're going to be getting the last of the Nopon Prospectors, as well as getting any Nopon related quests left to do. See you all next time.